this is this is a fly off the seat of my pants, fucking on the whim kind of thing here. Um, I was just sitting there thinking about what I watch on TV and how much I watch of it, and I was doing some math and drinking beer, and it occurred to me that I watch like 15 hours of Archer a week. I like I watch like 15 hours of Archer a week, probably about 10 hours of South Park a week, and about probably about 10 hours of Tosh.0 a week, and somewhere between 5 and 10 hours of Key and Peele a week. And if there was more Always Sunny in Philadelphia on, I'd probably be watching that a lot more too. But anyway, I decided on the whim of my fucking pants that I want to fucking make a review of Archer Season 7. So let's see if I can fucking pull this shit together. Alright. So, yeah. You know, at the Season 6 finale, they got disavowed by the CIA because they kept fucking up everything. The Archer team kept fucking up everything that Agent Slater and them were sending them on all the missions. And so we get to Season 7, and at the end of Season 6, Archer says he has an idea how to make money. So we get to Season 7, and they have a they form a detective agency in Los Angeles. They form a detective agency in Los Angeles, to help Hollywood elite people with their problems, rich people problems and shit. And basically, it's called the Figgis Agency because fucking Cyril's the only one who was able to get certified as a private detective, and Archer and Lana and everybody, they can work under Cyril because he has a license to do so. He has a license to be a private detective, so the other guys can work under him. So it's the Figgis Agency, Cyril Figgis. Anyway, so yeah, they have to help the Hollywood people, and Cyril had went out and printed out some pretty pink flyers with a nice little doggy on them, to provide service to anybody who needs private detective work. Archer takes, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like the flyers, and so anyway, this dude shows up. He's a lawyer for a Hollywood actress named Veronica Dean, and he needs Archer and everybody to go get a disc back for Veronica Dean because it has compromising information on it, and you can't let that information get out because it would ruin actress Veronica Dean. And that's kind of how like the basis of or the plot of this entire season. They go and try to get the disc, and then they learn some information that creates more questions for them, basically. So they move on. They manage to get the disc back and give it to the lawyer after a fucking shootout with some fucking biker members and all that stuff. And Veronica Dean shows up at one point and hires them to do something, and then it turns out to be the fake Veronica Dean, and they it keeps on going in that direction, infiltrating Hollywood's elite and all that. I have no idea what the hell I have like no fucking planned script or anything for this shit, so I'm just kind of gonna I'm not entirely drunk yet, but I'm buzzed, so I'm gonna try to throw this shit together as well as I can. And basically, Veronica Dean's lawyer, his voice is done by Patton Oswalt, and he keeps on popping up and shit. Coming to them for help, coming to the Figgis agency for help, and then the real Veronica Dean eventually shows up. And uh, and this big Hollywood producer dude shows up, and there's a point where Cheryl, Carol, Charlene, whatever the hell you want to call her now, whatever she wants to call herself, she took some notes down for an important meeting where the guys go and meet with this famous Hollywood producer guy, not knowing exactly what they're doing, and then the women meet with the producer guy's wife, and both these people have found the Pretty Pink Figgis agency flyers that Cyril had put all around, little bugs, but that keeps pissing Archer off every time somebody shows up needing help with one of these fucking Figgis agency flyers. And I know in that one they go and the husband says that I need you guys to seduce my wife and videotape it so I have proof that she's cheating on me. And the wife tells the women, well, I need you guys to seduce my husband and videotape it so I have proof that he's cheating on me. And then they all, the guys and the girls all kind of have bets as to who they can get, pretty up enough to go and accomplish the mission and seduce them. And then that turns into a bar fight. In the end, I'm trying not to be like too spoiler in this. I know a lot of the shit that I review, I'm super spoiling in, but I'm just, I guess, trying to give you the rundown in my opinion on it. I guess that's what a review is actually supposed to be. But yeah, anyway, they just do their detective agency thing, go on their crazy adventures. Archer and Lana keep on arguing over, whether or not Archer, wants to bang Veronica Dean, the actress. They go to a party at one point where hostages are taken by a bunch of clowns, people dressed as clowns, and they gotta, kind of get out of that sticky mess by, doing, what they're good at, their secret agent work / detective work, and get themselves out of that without getting everybody killed or hurt too bad. I will say Agent Slater shows up again at one point, and the subject of waterboarding comes up, and I really have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just sitting here watching Archer, and all of a sudden I was like, hey, I should talk about season 7 because it pissed me the fuck off. That's right. I mean, I loved it, but I hated the ending of this season. I just, how when you get to the end of any season finale or series finale, there's always some kind of a damn cliffhanger, and all that kind of shit that makes you go, oh, son of a bitch, I got, 4 months, I got a year until I get to see this again. And I'm usually kind of like a year behind on Archer because, I was always doing something else when it was on, and, then I was like, while it was on, I was catching up on the previous season. But this year, I was on top of that shit. I was ready to go for this whole new season. I was expecting, in the beginning, they were saying it was coming back in January, and then it wound up coming in March or some shit. And then just last week, I was watching it, and, I was watching episode 10, and, they shortened it to 10 episodes this season. And as I was watching it, I was like, son of a bitch, this is the last fucking season, or the last fucking episode. And it really pissed me off how they ended it. Because, Archer will always, end shit really weird, but, they kind of give you an idea or like somewhere to go on as to how things are going to happen. And I guess they still kind of did this time, but it's like I'm sure they'll get out of it in their classic Archer way, but I really don't like how they ended this season because now that I'm like completely fucking caught up and ready for season 8 and shit, it's like you know I really hope they have a fucking season 8 because I'm like having like withdrawals. I'm like fucking on crack and shit. I like must know how this story progresses. Excuse me, and what happens to these people. But it was all around. It was a good season. They ran around, did their detective stuff. Um, I don't know if they're going to be detectives next season or what they're going to do exactly. I just know that I really enjoyed it. I don't think that any season of Archer is any worse or better than the last. I'm just not that kind of guy. I just enjoy the show and the characters. And, I've seen them be secret agents. I've seen them be drug dealers. I've seen them be, contract workers for the CIA. And now I've seen them all be private detectives in Hollywood. And it just occurred to me. I was outside smoking a cigarette and during one of the commercial breaks, and it just occurred to me. It's like how much Archer I actually watch. It never gets old to me. I don't know how many times I've seen each individual episode. I'm pretty sure I've never missed one. I'm pretty damn sure I've never missed one. I know there's a lot more more episodes than I am seen than others, but I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this, except the fact that Archer season 7, I really liked the whole private detective element. They got in all their crazy wacky antics. Archer and Lana, are doing their fucking thing, loving each other, being pissed off at each other, trying to take care of their daughter, get little AJ into school, and how are you going to pay for school and all that kind of fun stuff. And and then you got the rest of the fucking gang. Krieger's up to his usual shit with whatever the hell he's got going on in his lab. Fucking Cheryl Carroll, still doing her glue, being goofy. She's always been into like shit like fire and all that, but she's like really into fire this season. She really likes her fire. Pam's not skinny Pam anymore still. Pam's just back to being fucking Pam, fucking kicking ass and taking names and saying holy shit snacks every chance she can. Cyril's still just fucking Cyril. Ray. I noticed he was still wearing his glove on his on his African American hand. He's wearing a black glove on his black hand. And I remember something last season that somebody was offended by his hand and he thought it was racist, but it really didn't turn out to be the color of his hand. It turned out to be the fact that it was like a cybernetic hand, and that's what was bugging the person. So maybe that's why he's just wearing the glove all the damn time. But Ray's almost as fucking cybernetic now as Barry and Katya. Oh, and yeah, Barry shows up. Barry shows up this season, in season 6 and shit, he'd gotten blown up in the fucking hay silo and shit by Archer and Pam with her sister and shit. But yeah, Barry shows up and he found a flyer and needs Archer or Figus Agency's help and shit. So you get to see all the good characters again and all that shit and all their interactions. But it was a good season. I really enjoyed it. I guess I'm really trying not to be like a spoiler guy in this, because usually I'm like really detailed, and apparently I'm detailed enough to ramble on for fucking 15 minutes. But bottom line, damn it, I enjoyed it. It was a good season. I'm very frustrated at the way it ended because I want more of that shit. I want some more. And it frustrates me that I'm most likely, if they have another season, I imagine they will. But it just annoys the fuck out of me that, it's June. It's June now, and I'm most likely gonna be waiting until fucking March again, or after, in 2017, after January, until I get more Archer. But knowing me, I'll still just keep on watching all the old fucking episodes, and some point in there, Netflix and Hulu will throw on, season 7, so I'll have those to go into too, and I could do other things and find them online. But anyway, it was a good season, and I just look forward to it being back again. So I will leave you alone with my stupid ass. And I don't even know if I made any fucking sense, because I just decided to go off about this shit a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna go watch more Archer. Where the hell are they right now? Oh yeah. This is that one where in the beginning fucking Archer woke up, thinking he was Bob from Bob's Burgers. So, but yeah, what was that, like season 4 premiere? I don't remember. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you alone. You all be good and take care, and I love you and stay out of trouble. Thank you.